I, 28 Mem, was supposed to marry my fiancée Amy, 27F, last week. We'd been together for 4 years, and for most of that time I truly believed she was my soulmate. We had a great relationship. She was fun, spontaneous, caring, and we supported each other through everything. But about 6 months ago, things started to change. Amy began bringing up her ex, Tom, a lot, way more than is normal. Sometimes it felt like she was trying to compliment me by comparison, but the way she talked about him made it seem like she still missed parts of who he was. Then, there were the pranks. Amy always had a goofy side, but her recent jokes became mean-spirited. Like during my promotion party, she joked in front of my boss and parents that I only got promoted out of pity. She laughed. No one else did. Then there was the proposal. I had planned a special evening, but when I got down, on one knee, she made a scene, pretending she wasn't sure, drawing it out for minutes before laughing and saying yes. It felt humiliating. That's when I started to really notice how she had changed. She became secretive, constantly on her phone, laughing at texts and quickly hiding the screen when I got near. One day, I saw a message flash from Tom. "Can't wait to see you tomorrow." That was my breaking point. I followed her once and saw her meet Tom at a coffee shop. It wasn't just friendly. They looked comfortable, flirty, like this had been going on for a while. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I watched and waited. Her stories didn't add up. She'd say she was with her mom dress shopping when her mom was actually calling me. Her bridesmaids acted like they were in on something, all except one, Jen. She worked with me and seemed uncomfortable around the others. She tried to warn me once, but Amy interrupted. The final straw was overhearing Amy on the phone, laughing and saying, "Yeah, he has no idea." She hung up fast when she saw me. I knew then our relationship was over. But I also knew Amy loved pranks, and I had a gut feeling she was planning something big for the wedding. So I went to my best friend Mike, a lawyer. We made a fake prenup. Totally meaningless legally, but it looked official, complete with clauses about public humiliation voiding financial commitments. It was my insurance policy. I gave it to my best man, Dan, just in case. On the wedding day, everything seemed perfect. But right before we said our vows, Amy grabbed the mic and said she had a surprise for me. She smiled like it was a game show. That's when I knew. Dan saw it too. He had his hand on the folder immediately. Before she could say anything more, I took the mic and calmly said, "Actually, I have a surprise too." I thanked everyone for coming, told them there'd be no wedding today, and briefly explained that I had learned my fiancé had been unfaithful and was planning to humiliate me in front of everyone I loved. I then handed the fake prenup to Amy and told her to read Clause 7A about public humiliation. The room was silent. Jen was crying. Her bridesmaids looked horrified. Amy's face turned pale. I walked out and never looked back. Word spread fast. Friends, family, even co-workers found out what happened. Jen eventually confirmed everything. Amy and her bridesmaids had been planning to prank me during the vows, reading out funny fake vows written by Tom. They thought it would be hilarious. Amy tried to spin it, but the damage was done. Her reputation didn't just take a hit, it imploded. She lost friends, her bridesmaids distanced themselves, and even her own family was furious. I'm still recovering emotionally, but I'm grateful I trusted my instincts. I walked away with my dignity. And Amy? Well, she's now known as the woman who tried to humiliate her fiancé on their wedding day and got humiliated herself instead. So picture this. I'm standing at the altar. Everything looks perfect. Guests in their seats. My heart's racing for all the usual reasons. You know, it's your wedding day. And then Amy, my fiancée, turns to the crowd with this massive grin and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to the real love of my life." The doors at the back of the venue swing open. In walks Tom, her ex, just casually, strolling in like he's the main character in a rom-com. Big, stupid grin on his face. People start turning in their seats, confused. My mom gasps loud enough to echo. My sister stands up like she's ready to throw hands. One of my aunts just goes, "Oh no!" Amy's beaming like she just won an Oscar. She starts going on about how she couldn't get married without making sure Tom approved, since they've been talking a lot lately. Then Tom, this guy who cheated on her in college, by the way, walks up to me at the altar, claps me on the back like we're best buds, and says, "Man, this is wild, right?" Bridesmaids are giggling. The priest looks like he wants to disappear. Jen, one of Amy's quieter friends, is crying, real tears. But Amy? Oh, she's just getting started. She whips out her phone and goes, "And I have one more surprise, look, babe." She starts scrolling through a group chat with her bridesmaids. Turns out they had a betting pool. I'm not joking. Real money. On me. $200 says Amy fakes cold feet. $150 says I'll cry at the altar. $300 that Amy pulls something epic. There's a spreadsheet with odds. These girls were placing bets like it was the Super Bowl, except it was my wedding. And it wasn't. A last-minute idea, these messages were months old. They'd been planning it the whole time. Amy's just laughing, scrolling through it all like it's hilarious. Oh, look, Rachel almost got it right. She guessed a surprise guest. Tom's, over her shoulder, grinning. You really went all out. I look around. Phones are coming out. People are whispering. This is about to go viral. And Amy? She just pokes me and says, "You're not mad, right? It's just a joke." That's when I knew this wasn't a prank. This was cruel. This was months of planning how to humiliate me. So I gave her a smile. The calmest smile I've ever worn in my life. She smiled back, probably thought I was finally playing along. Then I turned to the priest. "Hey," I said, super politely, "do we have that table set up for the marriage license? I need to grab something." Everyone's watching. Dead silent. Amy's smiling less now, confused. I walk over to Dan, my best man, who hands me a black folder. Looks official. I hold it up. "Before we continue," I say, "I'd like to share something with my dear fiancé." Amy tilts her head, confused. "Wait, what?" I flip it open. "See this?" I say. "This clause here states that if either party engages in public humiliation before signing the marriage license, all joint financial obligations are immediately null and void." Gasps. Actual, audible gasps. Amy's blinking like she's trying to reboot. "Wait, what? That's not real." "Oh, it's very real," I say. "Also requires a public apology. Here, now." Tom's not laughing anymore. "Dude, come on. This is a joke, right?" I look at him and smile. "I take pranks very seriously, don't you, Tom?" Amy's sweating. Her makeup is starting to smear. "Babe, come on. You're not actually mad, are you?" I delivered the line I'd been saving. "Mad? Amy, this is hilarious. All part of the fun, right?" Then I snapped the folder shut. "I'm canceling the wedding." Silence, deafening. Like the air got sucked out of the room. Amy's smile shattered. "Wait, what?" "Oh, don't look so shocked," I said. "You had your fun. Now it's my turn." Then I turned to Dan. "Hey, would you do the honors?" Dan, absolute legend, pulls out his phone. Hits play. "Hit the Road, Jack" starts blasting through the speakers. Some guests laughed. Others started leaving. Amy looked like she was going to faint. "You can't just leave me like this!" she screamed. I stopped at the end of the aisle and turned back. "Amy, you love attention so much. Congratulations. You got it." And I walked out of my own wedding. The next 24 hours were chaos. Amy spammed my phone. Calls, texts, voice messages. First confused, then angry. She said I humiliated her. Then the screenshots Dan saved started making the rounds. The group chat, the bets, the spreadsheet, public opinion. Not on her side. Her bridesmaids scattered. Some tried defending her. Then more screenshots leaked. One of them lost a job offer. Turns out companies don't love hiring people who bet on humiliating others for fun. Amy's parents called me crying. Her mom apologized. Her dad said he understood. They even helped me sell the house we were going to move into. The honeymoon? Canceled. Booked in my name. One phone call and it vanished. Tom? Ghosted her. Blocked her on everything. Claimed she manipulated him into it. Moved back to his hometown. But here's the twist. Jen, the quiet bridesmaid who cried at the wedding, she reached out. She never joined the bets. She tried to stop Amy. She felt guilty for not doing more. We started grabbing coffee, talking, just connecting. 3 months later, we started dating. She's the opposite of Amy, thoughtful, kind, respectful. My parents love her, even my sister does. Amy found out and tried stirring up drama. Nobody listened. Eventually, she even showed up at my apartment, crying, saying she still loved me. I handed her an envelope. Inside, an invitation to a fake wedding rehearsal. Same venue, same time. Guest list included everyone who saw the prank. No groom's name. Just a note. Now we're even. She read it 5 times before she got it. Then I shut the door in her face. It's been 6 months. Amy's still trying to fix her reputation. Tried a Facebook apology. 2 days later, she was in my company's parking lot trying to confront Jen. Security escorted her out. Me? I got promoted. Moved. I'm happy. Mike, my lawyer, friend, framed the prenup. It hangs in my office. Jen thinks it's hilarious. People say I dodged a bullet. Nah, I dodged a firing squad. And I'm grateful. If Amy hadn't shown her true colors, I might have married her, spent years with someone who thought love was a punchline. Instead, I got someone who gets it. Sometimes the worst day of your life ends up saving you from a lifetime of worse. And sometimes walking away is the best thing you'll ever do.